Hey guys, it's your friend Gare back with another video for you today. And this time I'm going to actually do a updated game room tour. I did one actually coincidentally exactly 1 year ago today, which was last Easter. So I thought since I just hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, and since today is Easter, it would just be kind of fitting to go ahead and do an updated one today. And I went back and watched my old one, and honest to God, I don't know how I got as many views as I did, or how anybody sat through the whole thing, because I'll be honest, I was kind of hungover that day. I had drunk a little bit too much the night before, so I had like no energy, I had no motivation whatsoever. I had like I was very monotone, you know, the game room looked like crap. At that time, it was still really new. So I'm just really surprised it got as many views as it did, and I just kind of rambled the whole time. So I wanted to do an updated game room tour. A lot has changed. I mean, it's completely different than how it looked last year. And what I'll try to do is kind of edit it in. So before I show a certain area, I'll kind of show you some excerpts from the last video, just to kind of give you an idea of what's changed over the last year. So before we get started though, I do want to preface this by saying not everything in my collection is out, because as you guys know, if you did see my last video, or if you watch me regularly, I complain all the time about how I'm very limited on space. For you guys that don't know, as you guys will see here in a minute, this room that we're in is actually kind of like a walkthrough area between our living room and the kitchen. So it's not a dedicated room by any means. This is actually probably what should be the dining room. But my wife was gracious enough to let me take over this just because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And I thought about using the garage, but with my luck, everything get ruined out there. So, like I said, I'm very limited on space, so not everything I have is out for display. I actually have a lot of stuff still boxed up, which really sucks. I'd love to have it out, but kind of prioritized what I wanted to have out for display. And also, there's still a few more shelving units I wanted to build, but I've just been so crazy, hectic busy, I haven't had time to do it. So you guys will see what I mean here in a couple minutes. There's a few things that just aren't quite up to where I'd like them to be, but I didn't want to put this video off any further. And look, I'm already rambling, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started, and I will show you guys the game room, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and start basically the same way I did last time. I'm just going to start in the same little corner here. And we will work our way around just like we did last year. And this time I'm actually going to use a microphone that's on a headset, so hopefully the audio quality is a lot better on this. And if I tend to yell, it's because my ears are covered. And as you guys know, I'm sure a lot of you guys do the same thing. When you have headphones in, you tend to yell, even though you don't need to. But actually, we'll start up here really quick. As you guys will see here in a little bit, I do have a little section for amiibos, but that section got full really quick. So I went ahead and did the Super Mario World, or the Mario Party ones over here. So really happy to have all those, especially Gold Mario. I know he's pretty hard to find now. So those are really, really cool. I'm glad to have those. And then we'll come over here, and this is just, you know, the world of Nintendo figures. Happy to have these as well. I've got all the ones that I've found locally. I think there's still some mini ones that I've not seen at our Toys R Us or Target. And I'm still kind of working on getting the Mario Kart ones. I've got a couple more I need to add. Who'd we get now? I think we got Luigi and Yoshi. So I'm actually saving those for a pickups video, and I just totally gave that away, but that's okay. And then up here we've got the larger figures. I think these are like the 4-inch ones. So I've got, again, all the ones that I've seen locally. I think there's a few more. I just haven't seen them. And I've got a few that'll be coming in the mail eventually, so that'll be cool. And then there's that lanyard I showed in my recent pickup video that I got from the Square Enix store. Very, very cool. I absolutely adore it. As you guys can see, it's got the little chibi Final Fantasy characters, and there's more on the back. I really like it. It's really cool. And then here, yeah, Naya's going to help me point and do her Vanna White hands. This is the handheld corner. It's, you know, pretty much like it was last year, just with a few new additions. And I'm not going to take stuff off like I did last time, just because there's so much crap piled up here. Yeah, some of these are Naya's. So anyway, Game Boy box, that's new. Not in the best shape, but I'm still really happy to have it. It's very nostalgic. And then we've got Game Boy Advance SP. I won't go through all these. You guys can see, unless there's like a really cool story to it. So there's those. Some more boxes. And again, I mean, I don't want to be redundant and talk about stuff I talked about last year. Yeah, the little Mario 3D gummies. They're really cool. I had to keep a bag.
I ate my own bag.
Yeah, we got her a bag, and she's kind of chewing through them as we speak. But some really cool little plushies. I got this Yoshi. It's like a little backpack. Got him at a garage sale for like 25 cents. I thought that was really cool. So there's those. And again, like last year, as I said, you guys will probably laugh, but I put all my stuff in baggies because I really like to protect them, keep them dust-free. So these are all just, variants of Game Boy Pockets, Game Boy Colors. I've got most of them. There's still, a few that I need. But there's all those. Again, I'm not going to pull them all off. I'm sure you guys know what you're seeing here. This one here is pretty cool. It's like the light blue one, and it's the 101 model. So I was really happy to get that. So we got some Game Boy Advances, the old school ones. There's my little old school Link 3DS holder. This one, if you guys saw my recent pickup video, I just got this not too long ago. I was really thrilled to get this because it's one of my favorite colors. This box is absolutely clean, so I was really happy to get it. I really want to get the kiwi green one next. Now this is certainly one of my favorite pieces in my collection. As you guys know, very, very hard to get. I'm very honored to have it. So there's that. And then this is another one I'm really happy to have. Just got this recently too, the Super Smash Bros. 3DS XL. I really want to get the red one too eventually, but I got this one for such a good deal, I had to grab it. And then down here, yeah, these are our DSs. Those are both Naya's, obviously, because they're in the cases. She's kind of a klutz like I am. And then the rest of these are, just random DSs, 3DSs. There's a couple old school tank models. There is my Vita that I sadly never play, which really sucks because I love the system. There's some really great games for it. I just don't give it enough love, unfortunately.
This one's my 3DS.
PSP Go, really great system, especially if you hack it. That thing is awesome to have.
That one's my 3DS.
And then these are the 3DSs we actually use. So like that one is the Super Smash Bros. One. This is Naya's. It's, of course, a frozen case. She had to have that. She's got the plain blue one. And then I got another one down there. That has my, where's it at? The Link Between Worlds limited edition one. So very cool. And then down here, just some random accessories for the systems. Game Boy camera, Game Gear, stuff like that. Game Boy printer, which is really cool. I'm actually hopefully getting a really nice one in the box from Jolene Gibson. So if you're watching this, hook a brother up. Figure out what you want from me. Let's do the trade. I want that thing. And then we keep working our way down. This is just a little Pokemon case. Basically just loose PSP games, loose DS games that aren't really that great. So nothing too special. Just kind of a nice place to put it. And then more random stuff. That's a Game Gear. Nothing special. Some more cases. And then just kind of random stuff where I didn't know where to put it because we ran out of room. So what you got there? Oh, those are some styli. Because we go through those like crazy.
And I love my baby.
Yeah, the little baby Luigi one's really cute. We like that. And then here we've got the little 3DS cases, like the Mario and Luigi hat from Club Nintendo.
And my Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, Plants vs. Zombies. Really love that game.
And I have it on my Kindle now.
And then just more random crap, rubber bands, nothing too exciting.
And the stuff that to my Nana's one.
And then back here, I won't pull this out because, well, you know what the heck, we'll just pull it out. I don't have room for these, that's why they're kind of tucked away back there. But these are posters we picked up at a store that closed down for really cheap. Cannot wait to have a bigger room so we can show these off. Do you want to hold those up for me, sweetie? Mm-hmm. But they're super, super cool. They're big, colorful. Yeah, I love them. I just wish I could hang them up. So there's that one. Do you want to show the other one, honey?
Yeah.
That one you'll have to stand up. Sorry if I keep clearing my throat. When I bent over, I threw up in my mouth, and it's got my throat really raw now, so I'm sure you guys didn't care to hear that, but I'm going to show it anyway. Okay, and then there's another, really cool poster. It's got all the, major Mario characters in it. Really, really awesome. I love these to death. And how much did we pay for these, Naya? Like $5 a piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were super cheap. Really cool. So $10 altogether. Really cool. And then this is my armory, so if anyone tries to get fresh and break in and steal our stuff, we are super loaded. We'll scare them off for sure. So, okay, enough of that. There's Boba Fett's blaster. That'll definitely do it. Sega Menacer, Super Scope, Star Wars blaster, all kinds of random stuff. Didn't know where to put them. Cinderella, of course. Then there's a big bag full of chargers for like 3DS and stuff like that. We definitely use those to the fullest. And then this is just like it was last year. I just don't have anywhere to put them. Basically, I just have all the handheld games kind of bagged up. That way they're, together. I just don't have a nice way to organize them, and I certainly don't have enough cases to make really nice ones. So, yeah, like I said, just all handheld stuff in there. I thought about just getting like one of those. Sports cards binders and putting them in there. That's actually probably not a bad idea. I just need to do it Okay, so we're going to move over here, and this is where we actually start getting to the games and things like that. Punisher little tin thing up there, that's really cool. My wife got that for me a while back. Absolutely love it. If you guys know, I'm a huge Punisher fan, so that's really cool. And then this is a controller, like the original OG PlayStation 1 controller that I just recently got. Still in the case, which is really awesome. So, had to display that.
This is the night.
And then, yeah, my daughter put that there. She was really proud of it. We've got a whole bunch of those little stickers on the wall. They're really cool. So we'll start up here up top. These are basically just like limited editions, big box sets, things like that. So, yeah, got some really cool Zelda stuff. Got to have those. I'm very happy to have all those, especially the Majora's Mask one. I really had to go through hell to get it, so very glad. And then this is like kind of like the NES America limited edition sets. Those are really cool. I'm very proud to have those. They're a great company. Let's see. Super Mario All-Stars limited edition for the Wii. If you guys don't know, that's actually pretty hard to find, so if you can get it for a good deal, definitely jump on it. And sadly, a lot of these are still sealed because I haven't had time to play them, so they may stay that way for a while. I don't know.
Because we have too many games to play them all.
So there's those. Stick of Truth, awesome game. That has been one of my favorite games. It was definitely lived up to the hype, and then some. And then now we'll get into the boxed NES games. It's so crazy because when I did this video last year, I think I had maybe like a handful. And now, I mean, I'm actually running out of room to put them. So it's pretty cool. And I'm really happy with the way things have gone. So we'll just go through these. And like I said, I'll call any out that really stand out. Journey to Silius, one of my all-time favorite games. Very happy to have that. The Punisher, of course. I had to get that. I love The Punisher. Haven't played it yet, though. Let's see. Final Fantasy. Excellent one to have in the box. I got that for a hell of a deal. The Batman games. Really happy to have those. That's a series I would like to get, all the Batman games complete in box eventually. Let's see. Nothing too exciting, I don't think, in this row. And this is a really good row here. Super Mario Bros. 3, Friday the 13th. Some really good games here. Turtles 2, the arcade game. So happy to get that one. It's one of my all-time favorite games. The original black box Super Mario Brothers, that's really cool to have. Metroid, another excellent game to have in the box, same with Mega Man 2. So yeah, that's a really good row there. I'm really happy with those. And then of course we've got some big heavy hitters here. So yeah, there's two variants of The Legend of Zelda and The Adventure of Link. There's the original one, like this is the one that first came out, and then this is like kind of a, I guess like a greatest hits one. So I'm trying to get all the variants of those, and I've actually got I've got the variant for this coming soon, so that's really exciting. Ghosts and Goblins, that's another one of my favorite games, very awesome. Ninja Turtles, that's a good one, Ninja Gaiden. I really want the first one in the box, but haven't been able to get that for a good deal yet. Nothing too special there. And then the last one here is Monster Party, which I just picked up from Corey Zamir. I don't know if the game's good. I just love that box art. It's so freaking awesome. It's colorful. It's very 80s horror-ish. I just absolutely adore the hell out of it. So, again, thanks, Corey, for trading that to me, brother. And then the only two 32X games I have in the box, but definitely had to have that one. You guys know I'm a Doom freak, as you'll see soon. Now we'll move on to the Genesis. Castlevania Bloodlines, of course. Awesome game. Very happy to have that. Same with Batman and Robin. The Immortal, I've never played it. I don't know if it's any good, but the cover art to it is absolutely kick-ass, heavy metal to the max. I love it. So awesome. I need to start doing a series on that. I'll call it Gare Bear's Badass Cover Art or something like that. Dave the NES guy, he kind of gave me the hint to that, so I'll have to definitely do that. And then a few more there. Nothing too crazy exciting. And this is one of those systems that I actually had to pack some of the stuff away because I had a ton of sports games that were just taking up space. So unfortunately, I don't have all my Genesis games out. Elysia Dragoon's a good one. I'm glad to have in the box. Same with Streets of Rage 3. Very pricey game. Revenge of Shinobi, another one of my favorite cover arts. As you guys will see, the Genesis just has really awesome cover art. That was one of the things that really drew me to the system. Shining Force is a really awesome game. A series I really need to start playing. Shinobi 3, easily my favorite Sega Genesis game, and probably one of my top 5 favorite games ever. Ghouls and Ghosts. It's arguably one of my favorite cover arts ever made. It's so awesome. If you guys have never seen it, I'll pull it out really quick here. I'll pull the game out for you perverts. Take that the wrong way. Yeah, it's so cool, man. Like, I went over this not too long ago, but you've got Homeboy there in his gold-plated armor with his red cape there. He's getting struck with lightning. You got a Japanese demon samurai in the back with his freaking head off. It's so awesome. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It probably is my favorite cover art. Absolutely. That was actually one of my questions for my sub contest, so crap, I just gave that away. But I'll still talk about it. Splatterhouse 2, very, very happy to have that in the box. No manual, sadly, but I'm still very happy to do that. The All-Gen Game Hunter hooked me up with that. Awesome, awesome guy. I got balls. I bet you guys didn't know that. I got balls. And then this is my boxed Game Gear collection. Nothing too exciting. The Game Gear, sadly, really doesn't have a lot to offer. I mean, it was a cool system, but there's just no like stellar standout titles that you must own. I'm already taking forever, so I need to hurry up. So this is my GameCube collection. As you guys know, one of the few systems I'm trying to go for a complete collection for. So I'll just kind of go through these, and again, I'll call out any standout titles.
You like Lord of the Rings, don't you?
I do like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is an awesome series. Eternal Darkness, one of my favorite games for the system. Absolutely awesome horror game. I love it. Harvest Moon is a series I would love to get into, but I just don't have the time for it, and I can see that completely consuming my time. So now this is one of my favorite rows because this is where the big Nintendo series is. So we got all the Zelda games. I think I've got them all. I need to get the Four Swords Adventure in the box with the link cable. It's kind of hard to find. And then you get over here and we got the Mario games. So there's still several that I'm missing, unfortunately. And if you guys are wondering why I have two of the Double Dashes, one of them has a bonus disc. I forget which one it is. This one has like a bonus disc that comes with it, so that's why. Mario Party, these games are always a lot of fun. This is the only one I'm missing. I got the box and I have the microphone, I just don't have the game. So if any one of you fine folks out there has an extra copy would like to trade it, let me know. Mega Man, again, another excellent series. I have the Anniversary Collection. I really want Mega Man X Collection. But as you guys know, it's a very pricey game. The Metroid series, which I'm ashamed to say I've not played yet. I really want to, though. Nothing too exciting here. Odama, I still need to get the big box for that.
Yeah, where it is.
Paper Mario, 1,000 Year Door. I still need to play that. It looks so awesome, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Still need the first Pikmin. And the same thing with the Pokemon. These are variants. So, like, one of them is the one you'd actually buy in stores, and then the other one's the one that comes with the console, the Pokemon Yellow Darkness console. And then another one of my favorite series, the Resident Evil. I've got them all except for Code Veronica, so I still need that. I don't think there's anything too exciting here. The Sonic games, those are good to have because they got like the collections and stuff like that. Oh, Star Fox. I've not played any of the Star Fox games for the GameCube, which is really sad. I need to do that. Oh, Super Mario Sunshine. We just beat that last summer. Awesome game. I don't know why it doesn't get as much love as it should get a lot more love than it does. Absolutely gorgeous game. Nintendo, you can definitely redeem some cool points with me if you make an HD remaster of that. That would be amazing. Super Smash Brothers, awesome game to have. Very pricey little bastard. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and then over here, I've got the Japanese white GameCube controller. I don't know why they didn't release that here in America. We just got the black one. But I really like the white. It's a very nice color. Oh, and then the Game Boy Start disc. That's always actually more expensive than the actual adapter because most people tend to lose those. So now we got the Wii collection. We do got some junk titles in here, but that's because I have kids. So, and if I get them for cheap enough, I'll grab them. But definitely not going for a complete collection. There's just way too much junk.
And Cinderella.
Dragon Ball Z, those are great games. Donkey Kong Country Returns, awesome game, but it's super, super hard. We had to quit playing it because my wife and I about freaking kill each other over it. Fire Emblem, one of my favorite games for the Wii. Very happy to get it. It's just very hard to find, very expensive. Just got that recently, actually.
And Cinderella.
House of the Dead games, those are a lot of fun. My daughter and I like playing those a lot. Ju-On the Grudge, I haven't played it yet. It's just a very obscure game, kind of hard to find. So if you can get a copy for a good price, definitely jump on it. Kirby games, those are all awesome. Let's see.
Me and Mom are playing this one.
Yeah, the Dreamland, that's an awesome, awesome game. I was pretty disappointed with the new Kirby game, and we'll get there in a second. Mario Kart Wii, didn't play that one a whole lot. That was kind of when I quit playing games for a while. Let's see, Metroid, the trilogy, very happy to own that. Unfortunately, I'm missing the slipcover, which really sucks, but hopefully eventually I'll get that. Pandora's Tower, the reason I have two, one's sealed, one's open. It was like, I think it was the very last game ever made for the Wii, so I wanted to have a sealed copy of it, because I could see that being kind of an obscure, pricey game. And then the Resident Evil games, of course, got to have those. And then, excuse me, babe. Come down here. Yeah, like I said, you guys will see a lot of these games are for the kids. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, both are just absolute masterpieces, must-owns for the system. Super Paper Mario is a lot of fun, too. Trauma Center, that's a really fun game, just where you get to play as a surgeon. I actually enjoy those a lot. And then Xenoblade Chronicles. Unfortunately, I didn't get those when it first came out, so I had to buy one of the, basically GameStop, there was a company that remade them, and instead of GameStop selling them new at the MSRP, they opened them and then sold them for higher prices than they should have. But I had to get it. I know, I'm a douchebag for supporting that, but what can I say? And then the Wii U collection, we don't have a lot for it right now. There's just not a lot going for it, unfortunately. Nintendo titles are kind of far and few between. We do have a stack I haven't put in here yet, just because I'm saving those for the next pickup video. But yeah, there's the Kirby, the new one. It is fun, I will say. It's an enjoyable game. I like the creativity of it.
You have to have
But
two
Corey
players.
Zamier, he made a really good point. I actually completely agree with him. It should have not been made for the Wii U. It should have been a 3DS game. But I'm talking too much. I got to get going. This is already 20 minutes.
But you have to be two players to beat.
And then we'll move on to the Sega, the CD-based games. Here is my Saturn collection. Doom, very, very happy to have that. It's kind of a pricey one. I don't have a lot for that system. I mean, I'm happy with what I have, but I'm definitely still working on it. Shinobi, what is it? I think it's Legions. Pretty pricey game too, so very happy to own that one. And that's really it. Most of them are kind of sports titles. And then down here, we got the Sega CD games. So, let's see. And I actually ran out of room with these. I actually had to start storing these as well, so it's kind of a bummer, because I really love the Sega CD. Vey, that's a really awesome one to have. Let's see. Terminator, really awesome game. Lunar, I still need to get the second one, but I'm very happy to have that one. Sonic CD, that's a must-have. Just picked that up recently. And then, unfortunately, my Sega CD or my Sega Genesis loose carts, they're not organized too well. I mean, I think Genesis carts are kind of ugly by themselves. They're like those cats you see outside that are, you want to pet them, they're kind of cute, but they just gross you out. That's the best way I can explain it. So, I don't have anything too super nice down here in that. The standout one is probably Splatterhouse 3. I need to actually get a custom-made case for that. And then down here is my Sega Dreamcast games. So, let's see. I don't think I have anything too crazy rare or exciting for it, except for maybe one or two. Let's see. No, mostly sports games and stuff like that. I really want to get the Resident Evil games for it. I've only got Code Veronica so far, but I think 2 and 3 are on the system. I want to get those, but they're pretty expensive. Skies of Arcadia, that's a pretty pricey, rare one. Or I don't know if it's rare, but happy to get that. I just picked that up recently. Shenmue I've sadly never played, but I have watched a few people play it. It looks like a lot of fun. Especially, I can see how it was a big deal when it came out. So yeah, there is that shelf, guys. I'll just kind of pan around it really quick. Gotta re-show you everything, but God, I spent like 15 minutes on that shelf. I gotta pick up the pace here. So yeah, there's that shelf. This is actually the newest one I built, so it filled up very, very quickly.
Alright guys, so that's going to do it for part 1. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So what we'll do is I'll wait a couple days before I upload part 2. That way you guys get a nice little break from all of my rambling and yada yada yada. And on part 2, what we'll take a look at is this side of the room, which over here we've got all of my different systems that I've got, different collector's editions, PC games. We'll also take a look at some of the gaming accessories I have, so all of the different controllers, wires, hookups, peripheries, all that good stuff. We'll take a look at my Final Fantasy VII Shrine. I've got a whole shelf dedicated to that because I'm a huge nut about that. So we'll take a look at that as well. I got a bookshelf over here, so we'll take a look at, books, strategy guides. There's PC games, toys. There's just kind of a random mishmash of stuff over there. It's not very organized. And then the last thing we'll do for part 2 is we'll take a look at the shelf behind me, which is basically all Nintendo stuff. So Game Boy, DS, NES, Super Nintendo. And yeah, that'll do it for part 2. So like I said, stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. See you then.